After we set our research objective, namely to Yogyakarta, 2 days later, we left for Yogyakarta by airplane. We headed to Kuala Namu International Airport in the morning at around 8 o'clock because we chose the morning flight time, which was 9:15 Western Indonesian time, and arrived at Adi Sucipto Airport in Yogyakarta at 11:30 Western Indonesian time. We chose to stay at the Grand Aston Hotel on Urip Sumoharjo Street, not far from Malioboro Street, which is often used as a favorite destination for tourist visitors who come to Yogyakarta. The long journey was enough to make us tired, even though we were just sitting on the plane. We started exploring the city of Yogyakarta. The next day, we made a list of tourist attractions that will be visited in 3 days, starting from Yogyakarta Palace, followed by Parangtritis Beach and Mangunan Pine Forest, then Yogyakarta Monument, and finally, the last visited by us is Malioboro Street, as well as for a culinary tour and looking for souvenirs. First, I will describe Yogyakarta Palace. The first day begins with visiting the Yogyakarta Palace. Once upon a time, the south central part of Java contained an Islamic kingdom they called Mataram. This kingdom was centered in Kota Gede, Yogyakarta, special region, and then moved to Kerta, Kartasura, and Surakarta. Since the split of the Mataram kingdom, the inhabitants of the island of Java were split into two, namely the people of the Surakarta Sultanate and the Yogyakarta Sultanate. Both of the Sultanate palaces are both used as tourist destinations for both foreign and domestic tourists.
Yogyakarta Place. The following are the parts of the Yogyakarta Place which are open for public visit. 1. Gledek Menunaikan. This building is the main gate or as a port before entertaining the place area. 2. Bangsal Penglaran. This place we used as a place for a meeting between the Sultan and the courtiers or place servants. Now this place functions as a permanent hall for various culture and tourist activity or events in the performance hall. There is throne or seat of the Sultan. This throne face strike towards the Jogja monument. Indeed, in ancient times, all people activity were carried out around to Jogja. 3. City Hinglers North Hall. Javanese family Jimelan bed. This room is traditionally used as a place to hold official royal ceremonies. In addition, this building also functions as a stock area for royal symbols, heirlooms to Jimelan instrument or traditional musical instrument. 4. Kamandungan Lord. This place was used in ancient times as a place to treat cases with the threat of the death penalty. This court is carried by Sri Sultan. Currently, Kamandungan Lord is used as a venue for traditional events such as Grebek and Seketin. 5. Sri Manganti. Sri Manganti is room with words that are used as a place to receive important royal guests. Now, this place is used culture and dance activity. You can also see some gamelan instrument here.
Holiday tips and palace rules. The following are holiday tips and palace rules that you should know. Among them are: number 1. Visiting according to operational hours. If you want to enjoy each of the palace longer, be sure to arrive early or not too late in evening. Keraton Jogja is open for public visit from 9 to 2 o'clock. Number 2. Do not touch objects carelessly. The history of the Yogyakarta Palace in advanced the existence of many yuki relics there. However, there is a provision not to touch these objects. Number 3. Do not take photos with your back to Kedaton and Abdi Dalam. This is considered disrespectful to the Kedaton as a representative of the Sultanate. Likewise, when taking pictures of selfie with these of courtiers, you should take the best possible pose with your turning your back to them. Taking pictures with your back to the courtiers will be considered impolite. That is because they are honorable royal employees and should not be turned off their backs. The assumption of wearing hats in palace in area impolite and disrespectful to the people of the palace. However, this doesn't apply the headscarf and cap in means of wear. Number 5. Don't sit anywhere. Every corner in the palace is sacred place that is held in high custom. Therefore, if you falter it, find a seat of rest the already available. Don't just sit down. When you see a place that look comfortable, you will be reprimanded the courtiers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi ma'am, I'm Mutiara Zelviana Rauda from Group 2. We'll read a PowerPoint namely about parenthetic speech. Okay, let's just discuss the material of parenthetic speech. Parenthetic speech is believed to be part of the religion of the unity of the Trinity for the region special Yogyakarta, namely object, icon, or others that are very attached to the mystical side of the city of Yogyakarta, where according to the story that developed in the community in ancient times, Panembahan Senopati as the king of Mataram Islam, who first married Nyi Roro Kidul as the ruler of the Southern Sea. The marriage was indeed unusual because it comes from two different worlds. However, this was intended to keep the area Java safe from all threats and dangerous obstacles. That's all from the result of my presentation. If there are deficiencies, I apologize, and hopefully this is useful for all of you. Say thanks and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Next destination is Parangtritis Beach. Parangtritis is the most famous tourist attraction in Yogyakarta. Parangtritis has a unique view that is not found in other tourist objects, namely sand dunes. Sand dunes is the sand mountains around the beach. This gumuk is said to be the only desert in Southeast Asia. Here, you will feel that you are in Africa because the vast sea of sand and the air is warmer than the surrounding area. Apart from the waves are quite large, the potential of this usual lure is to Parangtritis, so that the Bantu Regency government intervenes in managing it properly by providing lodging facilities to market selling typical Parangtritis souvenirs. In Parangtritis, ATVs are also available, which can be rented at the price around 50,000 and 100,000 Indonesian rupiah. Horses and horse-drawn carriages that can be rented to go along the coast from the east to west for only 20,000 rupiah. Besides that, Parangtritis is also the right place for air sports. Available lodging or hotels on Parangtritis Beach, hawker stalls, craft shops, grocery stores, and a large parking area. The Parangtritis Beach entrance ticket is equivalent to the Depok Yogyakarta Beach entrance ticket, which is 5,000 rupiah for one person. The distance from Malioboro to Parangtritis Beach is about 28 kilometers. This location can be reached via a village called Kretek, namely the village which is located in the edge of the Parangtritis Road. When you are in an out-of-town position, take the street road via Parangtritis Street, follow the direction to the south until you reach Parangtritis Beach.
Interesting facts about Parangtritis Beach. The following coil summarizes 5 interesting facts about Parangtritis Beach. 5. 1. The origin of the name Parangtritis. 2. Have big waves. 3. A beach attached to the legend of Nyi Roro Kidul. 4. Have a romantic sunset. And 5. The beach that inspired the decomposed songs.
Here I will explain about Mangkunean Pine Forest. Before this, tour was known to many people. This forest was once a barren area. Due to the barrenness of the area, the forest manager also carried out reforestation by planting several trees including pine trees, acacia trees, mahogany, and many more. Over time, due to reforestation activity carried out by forest managers, it finally bore fruit. Apart from being a protected forest, this forest area is also used as a tourist attraction, and sporting facilities were built to make visitors feel comfortable, such as toilets, prayer rooms, viewing pods, stacked with cars made of wood and neatly arranged, with a calm atmosphere and the sound of chirping leaves weeping in the wind. The more you look around, you will find pine trees that grow shady. That distance from the city center of Jogja to the Pinus Mangkunean Forest is not too far, which is about 21 kilometers if you pass the which Imogli Road, and the travel time for a normal two-wheeled which from the center of Jogja city to the Mangun Pine Forest is about 46 minutes.
Mangkunean Pine Forest. The price of admission to enter the Mangkunean Pine Forest is currently quite cheap. Tourists will only be charged a fee of ADR 2,500 per person, but tourists must pay a parking fee ADR 300 for two-wheeled vehicles, ADR 5,000 for cars, and ADR 10,000 for buses. In addition, if you want pre-wedding photos, you will be charged a fee of ADR 50,000. The facilities in the Mangunan Pine Forest are quite complete for tourists visiting the Mangunan Pine Forest, including 1. Outbound area, 2. Toilet or shower, 3. Viewpoint, 4. Prayer room, 5. Large parking area, 6. Small food and beverage stalls.
Okay, Yogyakarta Monument. Almost 3 centers of Jogja Monument has deep meaning as well as content some record the story of the city of Yogyakarta. Jogja's monument was erected about a year after Katonya Yogyakarta stood in its early day. It strongly portrays the superior economy of the Kabula Gusti, the spirit of unification of the people and rule against colonization. The spirit of unity, or called Inspector Gilik, is clearly represented in the monument building. Its pole is Gilik, or cylinder, and inspired is partial, hence to Golong Gilik Tugu. In detail, Jogja's initial tugboat was constructed in the shape of a cylinder pulled the fore up. The base was a circular fins with a round top. The obelisk was initially up to 80 feet or 25 meters in height. Her uterus stands on June 10, 1867.
Jogja Obelisk is easily accessible to tourists since it is situated in the center of Yogyakarta. If your hotel is located on both Malioboro Road and Margotumo Road, it is accessible by foot or by rickshaw and andong because of relative proximity. The location of the Jogja Obelisk is precisely between the Margo Utama Road, Jenderal Sudirman Street, AM Singadi Street, and Pangeran Diponegoro Street. Tugu Jogja ticket price is free because this obelisk is not in a private area where visitors have to pay a fee to enter it. The Jogja Obelisk facility is quite adequate for the size of the obelisk because apart from Tugu Yogyakarta itself, there are various supporting facilities such as 1 garden, 2 seating, 3 food still, 4 cafe.
Next is the history Malioboro Street. Malioboro comes from the name of a British colonial named Marlborough lived there from 1811-1816. The establishment of Malioboro Street coincided with the founding of the Yogyakarta Palace. Initially, Malioboro Street was laid out as an imaginary axis between the south coast, Parangkusumo Beach, Keraton Jogja, Mount Merapi. Malioboro started to be crowded in the colonial era of 1790, when the Dutch government built the Vredenburg Fort in 1790 at the southern end of this route. Apart from building a fortress, the Dutch also built the Dutch Club in 1822, the Dutch governor's residence in 1830, Java Bank and the post office shortly thereafter. After that, Malioboro grew rapidly. The two trade between the Dutch and Tionghoa traders. In 1887, Malibu Street was divided into two with the establishment of a train stop which is now called Tugu Yogyakarta Station.
Malioboro Street is the name of one three streets in Jogja City. Overall, it consists of Jalan Margo Utomo, Jalan Malioboro, and Jalan Murgomulyo. This role is the axis of the Jogja Palace. A variety of delicious culinary delights while sitting on the floor and accompanied by the songs of the bakers. There is also a Jogja-style angkringan that is ready to entertain you with its signature dishes. For souvenir fans, Malioboro is a fun hunting paradise. There are many things to see here. Based on our research, there are still many tourist objects in Jogja that take advantage of their outdoor viscosity. However, this does not cover up that now exotic tourist attractions are getting better and following the times. Plus, the costs incurred are still very affordable.